Virtual Young Hollywood.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're in London, right?
I am, yeah. I'm in very cold, very rainy London at the moment.
We interviewed Percy 2 days ago in person. So we had him come in person and talk about how much he loves you and everything with Wednesday. So we wish you were in LA.
Yeah, I know. Well, I only got back like a couple days ago, but I was in LA because obviously the premiere was in LA, and then I was hanging around with Percy for a little bit afterwards.
Yeah. You guys are
So
close.
I just yeah, 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 he's become like my best friend. Yeah.
Is it crazy right now, like what's happening with your life? Every day you wake up with social media and just everything.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a strange thing. It's like I don't know, not much actually really changes in like my own life, it's sort of like just the same and normally, but it is kind of strange when you go on social media, you go into this like whole new world and it's like suddenly all these notifications are popping up and everything. It's pretty surreal.
What do you remember from the night before that Wednesday got released and with like your Instagram social media? How many followers did you have? And then how many did you wake up with?
Oh, I don't know. I think I had like I think I had like I want to say like 6,000, I think, when I went to sleep. And then I woke up. I think I didn't wake up with that many. I think I maybe had gained like, I don't know. Well, I think I'd maybe gained like 10,000 or something
Right.
overnight or something like that. And then I was like, whoa, like, because it's interesting because obviously, like, when you see it change from like 9,000 and then it says like the
Okay.
K afterwards,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, wow, that's pretty sufficient. But to be honest with you, I thought I was like, oh, that this is some sort of fluke. They definitely think I'm playing somebody else in the show, and they're just following the wrong person.
Yeah. They totally met. You're like a fan account. It's like not really your.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They're like, yeah, oh, wait, who's this guy? Unfollow, unfollow. No.
What do you remember from the casting process? Were you always auditioned for Ajax?
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got an email about auditioning for Ajax. And it said Wednesday Addams goes to boarding school and Tim Burton's gonna direct. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to be a part of this. So I remember I did a tape. I was actually staying at a friend's, and we sort of had to like build this sort of like self-tape setup somehow, and did it, and then yeah, and then did another tape, and then did a screen test, and then Tim was on the screen, and I was like, and he said, "Hi,
Hey,
Georgie," and I was like, "You know my
you know
name?"
my name?
I
Am I
was
a
like,
good part?
yeah, yeah, it was very overwhelming, but really, really cool.
Yeah. What was the timeline? So when did you send in the self tape, and then was it like a year before you heard, or like a couple weeks?
Oh yeah, so I mean, it's just how self tapes really work. I mean, I sent it in, and then I think a couple days actually afterwards, I did a retape,
Yeah.
and then it was like a month, and then I didn't hear anything, and so I was like, it's gone away. That's a shame. I really wanted to do it,
Yeah.
and then it's actually funny. I remember I actually had COVID, so I was in bed, I was like coughing up and
Yeah.
everything. And my agent called me and he was like, "Oh yeah, so you know that Wednesday thing?" And I was like,
Wednesday thing.
"Yeah, yeah." He
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah, yeah, you've got a screen test in a couple of days with Tim Burton." And I
Like,
was
well, I
like,
have COVID. I just got to get over that real quick, and then I'll be good.
"Yeah, yeah." I was like, "Oh no, what am I gonna do?" But it was all, I guess it all was fine in the end. So yeah, it was a couple months, no, like a month after my second tape, and
Yeah.
then did the screen test. And then I had a very nervous like 5 days of waiting. It was
I can't even
torture.
imagine.
No, it
No,
was honestly it was to the point where I was like, for the first couple of days I was like just refreshing my phone all the time.
like
And
waiting
then I
for
thought, okay, I'm
anything.
gonna turn off my phone. So then I turned off my phone. I was at breakfast, and then I drove home, and then I looked at like turned my phone on, and I saw like four missed calls from my agent. And I was like, okay, well, this is it. This is either going to
Yeah.
be, a yes or a no.
Great or not good.
And then luckily it was a yes. And it was, yeah, one of the best calls for sure.
Life changing too after what has happened with the show.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because obviously we finished in March. No, beginning of April we finished.
Yeah.
And so ever since April, it's interesting because it's been like our own little, like between everybody that did it, it's like our own little thing. And
Yeah.
it's so strange now, even speaking to friends and like if they've watched it, so like they know the characters and they know like the story and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's surreal.
And Percy had told us that like he got DMs and got hit up by like everybody that he knows, like people that he went to school with, people that
Yeah.
he talked to one time, like in crossing. Have you heard from like everybody that you know about the show? Have they been hitting
Yeah,
you up?
yeah, yeah. A lot of people. My mum actually told me she went to see my grandma, I guess you guys would say. Yeah, my grandma a couple of days ago, and all of like the people that live on her like area where she lives
Yeah.
were like, oh yeah, we've seen the show. Your
Insane.
grandson's the guy with the hat with the beanie, like the guy that stones himself. Yeah. And then as well, like my friends too. Like I was with a couple friends last night and a lot of people from like my old schools and everything were there and they were coming up and saying like well done on Wednesday and stuff. So yeah, crazy.
Crazy. How much do you relate to Ajax in real life versus your character?
Ah, I feel like I do. I'm actually very like I'm definitely quite shy, I feel like. So I feel like I have that sort of similarity with him. Um which is actually something I really connected to with him like as we were filming like over the course of the show. Um yeah, I'm pretty shy and a bit socially awkward, I guess,
Yeah.
sometimes. So yeah, I relate to him on that level.
And okay, so have you seen, do you have TikTok?
I don't have TikTok. However, I've been sent I've been sent things.
Okay. So I
So,
was gonna say, have you seen all of these edits of you?
yeah, I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple.
People love Ajax. They love it. They're like always like, oh my God, he's the most underrated. Like I'm team him, you know? So that's insane. You're all over TikTok. So you need to get a TikTok account so you can see
I
them.
know. I should. I'll take your advice. I'll sign up.
Thank you. Okay, so all of your scenes that a lot of them that went viral on TikTok were the ones with Enid, of course.
Okay.
So, are there any scenes that you filmed with her that were mainly ad lib? So they wasn't in the script. It kind of you just feed off each other.
We actually we stuck to the script like a lot of the time. I think that scene in the taxidermy shop, the one where I ask her out on the date after she drops the hint that I
Yep.
didn't pick up on. Um, that was actually really interesting. That was filmed on the last day before Christmas break. So everybody had left at that point, and it was just like it was literally just me and Emma, and even some of the crew had gone home.
Yeah.
And so it just felt like me, Emma, and Tim were like the only people left in Romania before Christmas. And I think we changed a couple of the lines like actually on the day before filming. But yeah, we stuck to the script most of the time.
All the time, yeah. What's your favorite thing about Emma?
Oh man. I can't even tell you how much she means to me. She's one of the most incredible people I've ever met. She's amazing. She's like it's interesting because like when you're working with somebody and then obviously you're gonna like you've got to play like a love interest or whatever and you've got to sort of like get along.
Right.
We just became like really really good friends. Like she's one of my closest friends and yeah, she's amazing.
They did good with the chemistry reads and all that. They picked a good cast because Percy had nothing but good things to say about all you guys, like as a group, now that you're best
Yeah,
friends.
man.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm happy. Like, I feel like, yeah, we got really lucky. We got really, really lucky. And it's not even like, I know a lot of the time things are said where it's like, oh, yeah, well, the cast get on and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But honestly, like, we all really, really get on. Like, we're like a family, and we were really there for each other because it was like, we were in Romania for 8 months,
A long time.
a very long
Time to be
time.
together.
And we were sort of in like this bubble, because we wasn't really going out like into the outside world. And so we sort of just had each other. So, when you're around people for that much, like in that span of time, they really do become your family.
Yeah. So you're talking to every day, all day, besides filming. So
Literally, yeah, literally.
okay, and have you ever, so there was obviously the scene where you got stoned because you looked in the mirror when you were in the shower and then you missed your date. Have you ever in real life had something like that happen to you? Like, were you supposed to be somewhere, or maybe you're supposed to be like go on a date and then you canceled, or you were You didn't
I've
get
never done
stoned,
that.
but
I've never canceled a date. I've never done that. But when I was back in school, I used to be a bit of a, I don't know. I guess I wasn't the easiest kid to deal with. Um, and so like me and my friends would always be like messing around. And I remember this one time I went to a theater school, and we were there was like this play that you could do auditions for and stuff like that to get the main part in the play. And me and my friends had been like running around. I think we were doing something with some water balloons in the toilets.
yeah.
And so then I looked on my phone. I was like, "Oh my god, I've missed the audition for the school play."
I'm not gonna get the lead.
I know, and so I had to sit. I had to be tree number 5 the next couple weeks and just watching Envy as the main characters like shined. But
Imagine that. You're a tree.
that's my own fault, I guess.
I can't tree number. You weren't even tree 1, tree 2. You were tree 5.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like the lowest of the trees. Do you know what I mean? Like, and sort of like assistant stage manager if that was needed.
That's
Yeah.
actually hilarious. That's actually really, really funny. What type of love interest would you want to see if there was a season 2?
I think there are so many cool characters in this show. Like, there are so many cool characters. There's so many cool like relationships that can be seen in Nevermore, I feel like. And I just think there's so much room to explore,
Yeah.
So I'd love to see like a whole range of stuff.
I feel like the possibilities are really endless.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about it, is that like, in a school full of outcasts and all these like, all these kids with these like crazy abilities. I mean,
Yeah.
it's never ending, sort of the stuff that you can do with them. So yeah, I'm excited. I think there are a lot of cool characters that sort of we're yet to see sort of their like relationships at
Yeah.
Nevermore and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited if there is a season 2
Yeah.
to see that.
Because we don't know. Percy have confirmed, like, we don't know if there's a season 2, but he did say
Yeah,
that
we don't know.
there was talks about, if there was a big if, they might film in London, Atlanta, or Toronto. And he was like, we would love to go to London because Tim's from there and Georgie's from there. So if you found out that you're filming in London, would you be happy with that?
I would be very happy. I would also be incredibly happy to film in Toronto and Atlanta too. But
Yeah.
if we were to film in London, I'd be super happy to sort of take everybody and show them around London, because Percy hasn't been to London yet.
Yeah.
We've always, anytime we've only seen each other in Romania or LA. It's never been in London. So yeah, it'd be really cool to show everybody the cool parts of London for sure.
What do you do? What do you do for fun? What do you like? What's Georgie like when he's not on Wednesday?
Oh man, I'm a film geek. I'm a massive film geek. So I'm always watching films, making films. I love film photography, cinematography. So I'm always like making short films with my friends or doing photo shoots, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me most of the time, and attempting the drums too.
Oh, so you're a music guy too.
Well, I don't know.
Amateur, rookie.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a music guy. Yeah, drums, and I'm trying to. My goal for next year is to learn the piano or guitar. I feel like. Yeah.
Okay, so you've blown up, obviously. A lot of people are going off of Ajax and like what you post on social media. So what's one thing, it could tie along the lines of, you're doing drums and all that, and you love cinematography, but what is one thing about Georgie that the world just really doesn't know?
Wow, this is an interesting question. I probably like I'm a very fussy eater.
I would have no idea. No idea.
Answer to the question. I'm a pretty fussy eater. Anyone will say that that's true.
Love that. Okay, and then also a lot of the TikTok comments are, everyone's like, oh my God, he seems like such boyfriend material, like Ajax and him in general. Would you consider yourself boyfriend material?
I'd like to think so. I mean, yeah, I guess. I think Ajax has a caring heart, and he cares a lot for the people that he loves. And I feel like, I care for the people I love a lot, So I hope so. I hope I would be.
Good answer.
It feels incredibly vain to say, yeah, I'm boyfriend material, you know?
Yeah. We'll just say yes. Everyone's gonna comment anyways, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, yes, he's perfect," like whatever. Because all the comments on the Percy interview so far are just like, he seems so chill and down to earth, and he's so sweet. So people will make their assumptions based off
Oh,
this.
honestly,
Anyway,
guys, I can confirm Percy is probably the most relaxed person I've ever met in my life.
great.
It's actually interesting because it's funny, like we'll have times where I feel like I've never clicked with anybody more in my life than with Percy. We
That's
always say that
crazy.
we met each other at such a like strange point because we just instantly clicked. And it's like when we're hyper together,
Yeah.
like oh my god, we used to, man, I feel bad. I feel like we used to annoy some people sometimes. We would go on for hours. Just
The two best
being
friends anyone could ever have.
sorry?
Two best friends.
Exactly. He's my bestie, I guess.
That's crazy though that you've met a best friend through the show. That was
I know,
technically
no, and at like everyone, man, like Oliver, Emma, Jenna, Joy, Hunter, Naomi, Jonna, like everyone.
yeah.
Like even after the premiere, we went to the night after the premiere, we went to Joshua Tree, a couple of us.
Oh my
And
god, no way. Joshua Tree is such a vibe.
yeah, yeah, we went to Joshua Tree and we we had the funnest night ever. And it was just like it's amazing because the great thing is that as much as like we're in the show or whatever and we're like
Right.
castmates, first we're like friends, you know? And
Yeah.
so like we actually just like hang out and have fun time as friends too, which is really fun.
Let's pray there's a season two so you all can come together at one time. Like you're required to hang out versus
Yeah,
all over the
man,
world.
I really hope so, man. I love everybody so much, so I really hope we get to do it again.
Yeah. And what's one thing, we're gonna play a game, but I have one more question. What is one thing that you see through like maybe people are DMing you, you're seeing comments and stuff that you didn't think was gonna be a big deal in the show or that they picked up about Ajax, but you're just like, wait, how do you
Um,
guys even pay attention to that?
but you know what? I actually thought that like I didn't think everybody would find him like as sort of caring, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, I was texting Emma about this, like I was texting Emma about this like a couple months ago. I remember seeing like an ADR thing and thinking like, yeah, maybe like he comes across sometimes to me, sometimes I feel like he's like not caring. So it's surprising how you know, he misses the date with her, you know, and then he takes
Right.
a girl to the dance without an explanation, you know.
They don't care.
Yeah,
They're like Ajax.
yeah, you know, it's like, oh, but he's caring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
We
like
care so much.
even when Enid's claws come out and when in the last episode and he's
Yeah.
like, "What? You're not gonna wolf out on me, are you?" I was like, well, I guess he says, "Are you okay?" before, so I don't know.
Caring. We love a caring king.
Yeah, no, he's a caring guy. He's a caring guy.
Okay, we're gonna do who's most likely. So there's a list of scenarios, and you're gonna pick out of all of the cast who's most likely to do which scenario.
Okay, I feel like I don't want to expose anybody.
You can include yourself too, by the way.
Okay, good, good,
Okay.
good.
So who's most likely to show up late to set?
It's like the worst one to start with. It's like pure, it's like unprofessional. You know what? It sounds okay. Please don't hate me for this answer. Nobody ever showed up late for set. However,
However, comma.
in terms of social situations or social gatherings, Joy was fashionably late a couple of times. I think I'm pretty bad at time management too, so I was pretty late. But Percy can be late sometimes too.
He said that he slept through one of the things. Just
Oh, okay, great. Oh,
wardrobe. I think it was
so he
wardrobe.
said
He
that.
slept through wardrobe. He's like, yeah, just slept through it.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'm happy he said that. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen the interview, but yeah, if he said that, then yeah, it's Percy. Yeah.
You now you're fine saying it.
Yeah, Percy. Yeah.
Who's most likely to take the most selfies? There was a
Yes,
lot. We've seen them all, but
yeah.
who was the most?
That's M. M takes a whole bunch of pictures. On set, she was like, "Oh, I'm getting all the BTS, so I'm gonna have all the BTS pictures." Actually, a couple days ago, I messaged her and I was like, "Yo, you know those BTS pictures you have? Do you mind sending these to you? Because like I don't have many on my
Yeah.
phone." And she was like, ah, well, you were saying when we were there, why are you taking all these pictures? So yeah, I'd say Emma.
Now you want them. Now you want my goods.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's most likely to get eaten by a serial killer monster in real life?
Um,
Who would it be? Who would risk it all?
it's definitely Persilius. Persilius would be that guy. I feel like 100%.
Goner.
Me and Percy probably the first two. Me and Percy the first two. Then probably like I feel like the people that would stay the longest are probably Emma, Oliver, and probably Musa too. Moose's. I feel like Musa would survive pretty long.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. You never know when a monster serial killer is gonna come out.
I know. Well, we have been prepping.
Yeah. Okay. Also, quick question. The hand. Were you around when they were filming like the guy? Like what is that weird when you were
Well,
there?
it's actually so funny. Well, yeah. So he was played by Victor, who is he's like a magician,
Yeah.
and it was really interesting. So basically, you do the scene, and then they're like, oh well, Victor's gonna come in, and he would wear this like blue suit.
Yeah.
Funny, like he in his trailer, his wardrobe would just be this blue like suit that he'd have to put on every day. And then he'd be there, he'd be doing all the movement with his hand, and then they'd bring in like all the special effects, like sticks and everything. It was cool, but he like, respect to him, he had to be in some pretty interesting
Crazy things.
positions. I saw a picture actually a couple of days ago of like some of the behind the scenes stuff, and it's like he's like this, like,
In the blue suit. Like,
or like he's like
tight
hand like all the way around his back, and his hands just like sticking out. Yeah.
that blue suit's his life. From now on. It's probably gonna haunt.
I know. Well, he's great. He's fantastic. Thing is like one of the best like maybe the best characters. So
I don't know. Okay, who is most likely to attend Nevermore? So your real life, like Jenna, Emma, Percy, like you guys as people attend Nevermore, not your
so
kids.
basically, you're asking me like who's the biggest weirdo
Yeah.
in the show?
Yeah.
I think I'd probably say, man, I don't know. Probably all of us, to be honest with you. We're all pretty. No, it's okay. Another cliche answer, but like we're all pretty weird, to be honest.
That's why you get along.
Exactly.
Who's most likely to pull an Eden and simp for their crush?
Percy.
We love that. We love that. We're gonna send that to him. Who's most likely to name their child when they have one? Obviously, you guys don't have children, but name their child Wednesday.
Oh, probably Naomi, because I don't know if you know this, but while we were filming, Naomi got a dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she called him Pugsley.
That's cute.
Yeah, she called him Pugsley. And he became like the mascot.
Yeah, for the show.
Like come to set and stuff. He was the sweetest thing. So yeah, I feel Naomi.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who's most likely to have their own reality show?
Probably like I'd probably say I feel like Naomi and Jono would have a pretty good reality TV show.
Yeah.
They've got like cool lives,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they've got cool lives. So them two, I think.
Okay, and last one. Who's most likely to text most in the group chat?
Oliver. Okay. Oliver Watson is the most well put together human being I've ever met in my life. He is like
that's a pretty good thing to be called.
No, it's incredible. Like it's beyond words. I can't explain it. He would have like if we were ever doing anything or like we were ever like hanging out and stuff together, he would have a set plan for like everything. He would have like planned it out like to the T. And he would send like these very detailed messages. Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah,
couldn't be you. That's not you.
No, not at all. Whenever I've planned anything, it's
Awesome. No.
Actually, the only thing I did a party at my place where where we were when we were in Romania. I did like the first sort of not party. We didn't party, but
Yeah,
like I did like a sort of like gathering of people, to like break the ice. So that went well, but everything else.
Did you guys have your own apartments there?
Yeah. Well, I lived above. So in our building, it went
Yeah,
Jenna, and then it was me, and then it was Percy.
gotcha.
So yeah, we lived
It's like
like
a three, like you walk, yeah,
yeah,
situation.
yeah. And we were actually in, I think it's funny, my driver was like, here? And I was like, yeah, yeah, this is us. This
This
is
is it.
we're all in there. Yeah.
We're all in this building. Did you
Yeah.
like it? Was it cute?
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like I used to make Percy food and like take food up to him. We used to like because there'd be obviously Jenna, man. I also with Jenna, I've never seen anybody work so hard on something.
Yeah.
Like she absolutely
And
smashed this show.
yeah,
And we used to wait for her to get home and then we used to like go for walks at like midnight or whatever and stuff like that. It was really, really fun.
that's so nice. And did you see her blink when she was filming? It's a big
Uh
thing. Online.
no, I didn't. You know what is actually really funny when Em sort of moves to the side and then I see her and I'm like, whoa, that like I was sort of just like she was just like staring into like it felt like she was
Your
staring into the
soul.
soul. Literally. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's incredible. So
Great.
so.
Well, we hope there's a season two. You better let us know.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will know.
Just as much
Yeah,
as you will.
yeah,
For
exactly.
you, because sometimes people don't find out things about their own show, and we're like, wait, you didn't know that?
I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Well, yeah, I hope so too, man. It's like they're the coolest. It's the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. So yeah, I hope so.
We'll see. And also get a TikTok because people are going to be commenting on it. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, I will. I'll put in my bio that you were the people
Yes.
to,
Young Hollywood said I needed.
Hollywood made me do it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No,
Glad we could
thank
do
you.
this. Glad we could get together for this. Well, thank you
Amazing.
so much. And congrats literally on everything.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.